Swamiji says every human being is born with a purpose. Most of the time, we carry the purpose, whatever reason or whatever we were thinking of when we died in our last births. For example, if I died thinking, oh, this life I have really suffered so much, I have worked so much, but next life I just want to relax, have a good life, then I may be born as a pig. But in my previous birth, while I'm lying on my deathbed, and if I've achieved everything I wanted to achieve in life, yet I feel there's a vacuum in my life. Yet if I feel unhappy, and instead of thinking, oh, I need to gather more material wealth, I need to have more friends, I need to have more success or more fame. If I had thought, no, I have achieved all this, yet I'm not happy, so there's something seriously missing in my life. It is not money, it is not friends, it is not just material wealth that I need. I need something more. What is that? If I die with that thought, you are reborn with the same inclination to find out the source of your existence. So I had a doubt once. I asked Swamiji, so if I am born on this planet, to know and understand and get reconnected to my source, why do I actually dislike it so much? Why is it so difficult? I know I'm happy going out, I'm happy with my friends, I'm happy partying, I'm happy reading books, doing what I want to do. I don't want to actually look in and find out my source, because I think it's, first of all, I don't even know what it is. And if I'm born for a purpose, it's God's headache to find me or show me the purpose, not mine. Why do I feel like that? If I am born with the purpose, every human being is born with the sole purpose of enlightenment. Then why do we move so far away from enlightenment that we start even delegitimizing it? We think it's a myth. We think it is non-existential, and even if it exists, it's for those very few who go back into the, how we hear in stories, who go into the forest and do tapas for thousands of years, and we are not ready to do that sacrifice or tyaga. Why do I feel that? And I'm happy with the life the way it is. I'm not actually unhappy or discontent. So Swamiji was said for that. See, every birth on this planet Earth, the purpose of the birth of its soul is to merge back with the superconsciousness, with the unmanifest, with Paramashiva. This is the purpose. But the moment soul lands into a body and the body is born into the world, he just starts getting diverted, distracted. And this is the work of Maya. You may wonder that you may be, right from your childhood, how you were born, how you are brought up. This is what defines us. If someone tells me I'm a girl from my child, I do believe I'm a girl till my death. But if someone tells me, no, you're a boy and you're meant to do these things, from the time I'm born, I will live only with that fundamental belief of myself. So how I am to be blamed for that? It is the society around me who does not tell me that I am not this body, I am much more. So how do we get out of this? This was my question to Swamiji at one point of time. Swamiji, that's when he explained the whole consciousness level of humanity has fallen so low that they have forgotten their own self. It is not just about what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. It is not that we've not just forgotten that. We've all forgotten to live as per our consciousness, as per what we are guided from our inner space. We override that, the set of our incompletions. So that is when an incarnation comes back to earth, and it's like he's heralding us all back into that one source called the superconsciousness. It's like he has to forcefully guide us, whether he likes it, whether it's easy, whether it is difficult. It's like a father, whether you have good children or bad children, the father's responsibility is you love the children. Until the end of life, an ideal father will do everything for his child, good, bad, ugly. That is not in a consideration for a father or a mother. An ideal parent will do everything for the children without even having to think of the sacrifices or crib that they do not have time for themselves. That is an ideal, an epitome of a parent. An incarnation is not only an epitome of a parent, he's much more than that. He doesn't just give blessings or boons. His responsibility is your enlightenment, which is the singular most difficult task available on this planet at this point of time. So I used to always wonder why we should bother. If someone wants enlightenment, they can find the path. There are so many ways to do. Why we should put in the hard work, why we should do it. For me also, I would feel that. I first of all knew I was a seeker for many years, even before I met Swamiji. So that's how I came across Swamiji's teachings. But I never understood the depth of responsibilism. Why every human being's enlightenment is so important. I would never understand it. Though I have read masters who have done so much for the disciples, I have read, the previous incarnation stories and all that, I would say, okay, why they have to do so much? But then when I started, when I was initiated into sannyas, and even then I didn't understand, frankly. Only when later on, as I understood the depth of the commitment that an incarnation has towards every human being, it's actually uncomprehending and makes me feel, my God, human beings are so lucky to have an incarnation who is ready to hold us in spite what we do. So how do we get to such a stage that we just are forgetting the purpose of our existence, the purpose of our birth? This is where we have to remember the Yaksha's jar. Do you remember I spoke about the Yaksha's jar in my previous video? If you have not watched that video, I will drop the link below in the description box. Go to that video and see what I have spoken. I have not actually spoken, I have just shared what Swamiji has already spoken about incompletions in the Yaksha's jar in his book, the Bhagavad Gita Decoded. If you take that Yaksha's jar as a set of incompletions, you will perfectly understand where you're heading, how you're heading, and what you need to do to get out of those incompletions. You just need to destroy the Yaksha's jar. You don't need to do anything else. You just need to decide to take it and throw it out. The rest of the work Paramashiva is ready to do. Swamiji will just do it simply if you throw out the Yaksha's jar. But as long as you keep the Yaksha's jar inside and you're possessed by it and obsessed by it, nobody can help you. Because it is an individual decision, right? Whether you want the Yaksha's jar or you want enlightenment. It's a decision.